Welcome to Seven Dooms for Sandpoint. Season 4, Footprints on the Roof. This is episode 51. Follow your nose, it always knows, is what Lumi was doing, leading you all toward the scent of star metal. Finding a mysterious, smoothly polished, ancient, eons old piece of sky metal that had crashed into the earth over 10,000 years ago. It was now accessed by a small hidden passage from Menargel's bedroom. Menargel. A place Icselo is a little more intimate with than others. Menargel's bedroom, that is. Having woken up there a couple times. And having been shown Menargel's secret place behind the secret entrance and the somehow it's funnier that your camera's at like 20 frames bearing your reactions.
It's perfect. This is the best.
It's amazing.
This is awesome.
But so Icselo was a little familiar with this and cautioned against getting too close. The ever curious, but also surprisingly, I don't want to say the way I was going to say that kind of was going to sound like an insult, and I didn't want it to sound that way. The ever curious, and adept at avoiding certain perils, Lumi managed to speak with the entity within, but avoid falling for its trap. But also enraging it so much that it cracked this 10,000 plus year old fragment of star metal, sky metal, and rushed past Lumi out of the stone, not to be seen again. The rest of you decided, hey, we should probably get out of here, and you were very cautious and careful. You exited the space, and then you saw Menargel grinning at you while closing the door behind you. Now you stand once again in the entrance hall of the this level of the pit, where you had previously encountered the strange murals on the eastern wall depicting the Sandpoint devil laying waste to Sandpoint. And there's also a large statue in place showing a man kneeling before the presence of the imposing figure of the Sandpoint devil. And it is here that I ask you the age-old RPG question. What would you like to do?
I think Velynia is looking back at where Menargel just shut the door and was like, well, that was creepy.
I'm sorry, everyone.
What are you sorry about?
I followed my nose and it led us to peril.
Oh. Lumi, we agreed to go with you. It's not like you dragged us kicking and screaming.
Okay.
Well, there is one other tunnel I'd like to check out. If anyone else has any other preferences, of course, we could put it to a vote. And Velynia's just kind of looking around, it's like, if there's any other preferences. Very well. I yeah, I just start walking back towards that other tunnel.
All right. You are... I need to move my owlbear to the wrong place. You begin to move back that way, yeah. Retracing your steps is not a problem. Going all the way back to the chamber outside of the sanctuary, the altar of the Sandpoint Devil.
Is this... Yes. This is what we're...
Yes, you are going the correct way.
So, I think Velynia gets here and she's just looking for more evidence of this shadowy scariness.
The strange shadows that you saw in your dreams do not seem to be manifesting themselves here in the waking world. You just see that place where the secret door was pointed out to you by Menargle.
Okay.
And I believe it is still slightly ajar.
So I would kind of like get up to the door and I would just kind of like sigh and I would turn to the others and I'd be like, so full disclosure before we go in here, I did have a slightly odd dream last night and it seemed to urge me to this door. So if any of you have any qualms about going inside, I suppose I wouldn't mind.
What do you expect to find in there?
I don't know. I can't say.
You should be a bit careful because, well, that big rock was also revealed to me in a dream, and maybe there's something about this place that's trying to trick us in our dreams. Not to project my own insecurities on you, but I think we should all just be a little careful.
Of course, I understand. Well, very well. Shall we then? And I think, yeah, Velynia would kind of push this door open and cautiously, checking for traps, walk inside.
Drop my sword.
No, I'm not having my sword out this time. I'm making a conscious choice, but thank you for that thought.
The door, which had previously been opened by Menargle, poses no threat to you. Peeking in and around, checking for traps as you usually do, you see no signs of trap work. But you do see about 20 feet or so ahead of you, as the corridor, the narrow corridor, begins to curve slightly to the northwest, you notice a faint green glow emanating. It doesn't so much flicker like firelight as it gently pulses. Just sort of a warm.
All right. And I kind of like, I guess I do kind of like poke my head right here and I'd be like, so I take it back. I think you all should wait here. If anything happens to me, well, if you hear a scream, you know, tuck tail and run, probably. But I think I'm gonna go check it out and I'll be back in 2 shakes.
We're just gonna let her do that.
You think it's wise to go alone?
I think it's less wise to go all in a group.
Then pick a buddy.
Somebody who can at least
I do.
drag
it's
you
right there.
out.
It's okay. Again, if I need to be drug out,
Okay,
I will
look.
holler
If
for
you're
help.
gonna go alone, then you need to go undetected.
Yes.
I know that you've got skills,
Yes.
but skills will only get you so far.
What do you mean?
Would you like invisibility?
Oh.
That's like a buddy.
Yes. Well, no. Fine. If it keeps you all just tucked in and safe here, I'll take the invisibility.
Does it also mask scent? Because we already know we've come across some who rely on their smell to see us.
Well, no. It's for eyes only.
All right. No, I think that's wise. Millie, is it a spell? Is it a potion? A cloak? What is it?
Oh, it's a spell.
Oh, well. And I think I just kind of like hold out my arms. I'm like, have at.
And Millie touches you gently on the arm, and you disappear. This will last for 10 minutes, and remember, if you do anything aggressive, it will basically nullify the spell.
And you hear from already about 10 feet down the tunnel, you hear, it's a plan. And then you hear Velynia quietly, carefully going down. Oh my fucking god.
As you start walking in to the end of
I'm about
this,
to turn into a ninja turtle.
as you walk into the end of this chamber, you see a mass of green crystals that seem to be growing in this array outward. Looking closer, stop moving.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I was drawn to it like a moth.
As you look closer, you can see that the back part of this area, you see the large form of some kind of demonic looking figure that has long since been dead. And it looks as though these green crystals have exploded outward from it and have been growing here for a very long time. As you come around the corner and you're taking this in, the green crystals they begin pulsing
Heartbeat.
in time with your heartbeat. I need you.
Ooh.
I need you to make a fortitude save.
Okay. Dirty 20.
That is a failure. You are sickened to one as the color and the sound and the pulsing begins to fill your vision and your mind, and it nauseates you. And yes, you become sickened to one.
Nice. I'll write it down.
Oh, I got a
Also put
label
it on
for
my
you.
token. Oh, thanks, bud. I was actually just about to do that myself.
Despite you being invisible, it somehow senses your presence. You do see to the north that there is another chamber that leads out of this room. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
I kind of like skirt this wall as I make my pukey way.
As you
this
get
way.
there to the entrance to that, you hear whoa, 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 and this high keening sound as the crystals seem to resonate. And suddenly, a brilliant flash of green light.
Wow.
All of you out in the other chamber, you see this sudden flash of green fill that entire passageway that Velynia went down. You hear the keening whine. Velynia,
Yeah.
I need you to make another fortitude saving throw.
Okay,
And
here we
because
go.
you are sickened 1, that will be at a -1 penalty.
I think I'm gonna re-roll that with a die, please. Here I go. That's a little bit better. That's a 23
Okay.
fortitude save.
So
that
that is a failure.
Shit the bed. Well,
So you are now
actively throwing up.
dazzled.
Oh, dazzled. Good. Wow.
You look fabulous.
Give him the old
You're covered in
razzle
sequins.
dazzle.
It's amazing. No, you are dazzled, which means that everything you can't see, so everything is concealed to you. Also, you're going to take some damage because this emanation is poisonous.
Ugh.
You are dazzled for 1 minute, and you are going to take. Where's my freaking dice roller? There we go. You are going to take 14 points of poison damage, and you are
Guess
now
what that puts me at, everybody.
you are
69.
now standing in the entrance to a chamber which you cannot see. You can only the chamber the passageway is narrow enough that you can reach out to feel both sides.
Okay.
I do have to ask Tamiko, does your invisibility spell end if the target takes damage? I know it ends
Nope.
if they do damage. Okay. Just wanted to check. So you're still invisible, you're dazzled, you're sickened.
Yes, I'm gonna continue because I am too curious, and Velynia kind of feels like if she blinks hard enough, she might be able to see again. Also, like half blind, sick. This is like a Saturday night for Velynia, so
You can make yourself try to hurl if you want to, because
I-
the actual
yeah.
wording
Yep.
the actual wording on this is if the target uses a hostile action.
Yes, you can spend
That's what causes
you can spend, we're not in initiative order, but you can spend your turn to attempt to
Okay.
hurl and clear the sickened condition.
I think I will.
So doing so requires a check.
Okay.
You basically are going to you're going to make the save again is essentially what you're going to do.
Okay. Shit. Well, I failed again. So I'll try again in 6 seconds.
It is going to, let me just check this. As you are standing there in just this brilliant green light, is literally all you can see. You try to make yourself sick, but the poison is somehow simultaneously making you nauseous and preventing you from expelling it. When you hear, and all of you out in the other room hear that keening whine again, and the crystals are going to pulse at you once again. I need you to make a another fortitude saving throw
Jesus.
at -1 because of the sickened condition.
Right. 25. It's my best one yet.
That is a success.
Yes. Amazing.
This time it doesn't seem to make you any worse. You don't take any more damage. But you suspect if you continue to stand here, it's going to keep... Roughly every 6 seconds, it's going to pulse again.
Okay. I try to go further into this then.
You find yourself running into a wall.
There's just a wall at the end?
There's a dead end. You can feel the stone at the end here.
Shit. Okay.
But you're still, for at least another 45 seconds, you are still blinded. Behind you, you hear the keening whine die down, and you hear the whoa, 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 fade.
Great. I would just stand and like blink and rub my eyes until the dazzle goes away.
All right, while you're doing that, what is everybody else doing back in the dead ogre room?
You think
Thank
that's
God.
okay? Haven't heard from her.
It's been like a minute.
Haven't heard any noises. Good nor bad.
Well, that,
No blood.
that could be a little confusing though, because remember, Velynia doesn't make noise at all at any time.
That's what I'm saying.
But she did say though, if she made a blood curdling scream, then we run. But otherwise,
What if whatever's got her snatched out her vocal cords before she could scream?
Jesus.
I think all those are valid possibilities, but there's only one way to find out.
Thank you, Icselo.
You know, nope, I'm just gonna hold my tongue.
I think we can
Thank you.
trust her for a bit.
I'd say about now is where you hear that first whining, keen sound and the flash of green light come from down the passageway.
All that already happened, Mang. Otherwise, the implication is that Lumi started fretting about Velynia the second she went in.
Either way, that's how I took it.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not how I read
Okay.
that.
Either way.
Yeah.
It's not Velynia screaming. It's just Velynia something else doing something.
All I'm saying, I'm not going to hold my tongue. All I'm saying is that it shows a little bit of disrespect if she asked us to stay here and you choose not to do that.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Millie.
Agreed. You said it much better than I did.
I wasn't saying when she's after. I'm just nervous. That's all.
Don't worry, I understand, but Velynia is a responsible adult, and if she was in trouble, she knows that she needs to retreat back out and not continue forward if she's in danger. She's Velynia.
Okay.
She's not stupid.
I
Speaking
need to
of,
take my mind off things. I think she's gonna go lean against the wall and pull out one of those million books that she has plundered through this place and thumb through it.
at which point,
She cannot sit still for a moment.
Velynia, you blink away the dazzled condition,
Amazing. Yes.
and you will remain sickened until you can attempt to successfully, short of having somebody magically or otherwise try to get rid of the condition.
That's fine.
But now you can kind of see that there's a faint green glow illuminating this area. Plus, I think you have low light vision.
Right.
And you can see you are at a stone wall.
Yeah, so I kind of am looking at the wall for any like things that are off, like any sign that this might be like a false bottom in a box kind of deal.
This thing. Give me a perception check.
Okay, here I go. Perception. That's terrible. Fucking fuck. I'm gonna re-roll that.
What?
I have to.
Don't you have a skill? What is this? Your skill
It's a trap.
that's some? Okay, it's specifically trap coded.
Yeah. Nimble trap finder. Yeah.
What skill do you use when you're checking for traps or disabling traps?
Thievery, typically.
I feel like since this is in that same area, I want you, when checking for hidden passages, to use your thievery skill.
Okay, I'm still gonna re-roll that.
What I'm saying is, don't count the perception roll. You don't have to
so I'm
re-roll
just-
it. It seems odd for you to be specialized in a skill and not be able to use that
Still
skill.
haven't beat a chance. Okay then. The skill is a 14. So do I make a roll for that? Or just take the 14 or
No, so you're saying you have a plus 14 in thievery?
Yes.
Yeah, so you
yes.
would roll and add 14 to it.
Okay. All right, here I go. 23.
Okay. You're checking all around this wall, and it's not until you decide to crouch down lower that you find about 2 feet above the floor a section of the stone that you look right at it and you cannot see any difference. But when you touch it, it shifts, and shifting it causes it basically like slides a little bit, and there's a little bit of stone on stone, and it's hinged. It is a secret passage.
Rushed it. Secret passage.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Let me do this though. This would help if I actually open it.
Oh boy.
So opening into this next area, you immediately see that there's a long curving cavern that has, you actually have to crouch to go into this room. It's an unusually low ceiling that's barely 4 feet high.
Okay.
The air in here, as soon as that door opens, it's kind of like that feeling of when you've been in an air conditioned place and then you go outside into the humidity. It feels warm, moist, clammy. Other objectionable words. You also catch a heavy scent of body odor. The smell of too many people in too tight of quarters. To the east, or rather I should say to the northeast, you see that the cavern opens up into a broader space. Whoops, that's a pen, not a pointer. Sort of off in this area. You see it opening up. But you do notice to the west that there is a set of it's throwing me off here. There it is. There's a set of stairs that are leading down.
Oh. Well, for what Velynia is looking for, down seems right. I am still invisible, right?
Yeah, you have 10 minutes of invisibility, so you have
Terrific.
at least 8.5 minutes left.
Okay, so I'm gonna make
As
my way
soon as
this
you
way.
step into the room,
Shit. One of those shit piles explodes.
you see that there are these it looks almost like old filthy laundry that's been left to molder down in this cavern. And then you see as they begin to shift,
Oh no. Oh god.
and you see
Fuck.
these rag-covered humanoid people that are 3.5 feet tall, and they rise up as if they were sleeping, and this one sort of scuttles towards you slowly, muttering as it does so, and reaches towards you, but only like towards your boot, and like reaches out, like extending their hand as much as they can, and then touching your boot. And
So he walks.
you see others beginning to they even though they can move upright, or at least they could based on their height, they seem to stay low to the ground, almost prostrating themselves near you.
Oh. I'm a god.
And they begin motioning you towards the northeast.
The northeast.
Keta.
I follow cautiously behind these fuckers.
Actually, give me 1 second. I gotta check something here.
Hey, while Jake checks something here, why don't you check us out on redbubble.com. At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great shirts like the one I'm wearing and the one Tamiko's wearing, which I think are the same shirt, and so much more. You can get our logos on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, mugs, stickers, postcards, puzzles, pillows, and all kinds of other neat stuff. There's almost always a deal at redbubble.com, especially if it's your first time shopping with us. So why don't you check us out today at redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
Is that the tank, or did you just like sleeves or bullshit?
I cut the sleeves off. My sleeves are bullshit at this. But I do have several of the tanks, and they're great.
Make me a perception check.
$28.
You notice that every time one of them moves near you, as they're reaching towards you, they're reaching like this.
What is that?
And when the one touched your foot, they seem startled. You also notice that as they are looking towards you and it's almost like they're looking past you in your general direction, because you're still invisible.
Oh shit!
They somehow sensed that you were there.
They could. Oh man! Wow.
After the
Okay.
door opened
wow.
and you walked in. And with that, you said 28.
Yeah.
Let me just double check.
Are they afraid of
That's
me?
a success, not a terminal. That's not what it's called. Critical.
Critical.
Different type of medical emergency.
Indeed.
That it is enough for you to notice that as they move closer to you, while they're reaching out, they're also going. They can smell you.
Okay. All right.
But
So,
none of them are making hostile actions towards you. They seem to
Okay.
be curious and motioning you to the northeast.
I cautiously go, and I am making sure that they are. I'm making sure that they are staying in front of me, but like that, like I'm somehow like letting them know I'm still there. Like I'm scuffing my feet, or I'm like letting them know that I am following them. Like I'll kick some dirt up from time to time, so just let them know I'm there.
Every once in a while, one of them brushes against your foot or your leg and immediately pulls back. While not necessarily trying to demean these humanoids, it's very similar to like what I think the closest approximation is like chimpanzees, when they're being cautious and curious, and skittish.
Okay.
And you know, they're not necessarily like moving like chimps, but they are kind of staying low to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just following them.
All right, they're gonna move all the way up to here,
Yeah.
and they're going to sort of create a one of them will move over here. This one's gonna move here. This one kind of calls back deeper in to the east, and come on in. And you see
Jesus. God.
more approaching with curiosity.
Oh, great.
Some of them just lurking. But you also see a door in the northwest corner.
Okay.
The ones that you can see, they're talking quietly to the others, and they're looking all around. They have not noticed or even seem to have smelled your presence. They're just looking around, trying to figure out what's got these others so riled up.
Okay.
The two
I want to go.
to the northwest, Vrenzi and Drask, are both continuing Keta in your general direction and then pointing at the door.
Well, that's where I want to go. I want to go to the door, and I want to see if it's trapped. Where I go?
As you approach the
Checking out the
door,
door.
I would like to see. Go back out into the dead
Sure,
ogre chamber. Well, what y'all doing?
Waiting patiently because it's only been a few minutes, right?
I would say at this point it's probably been about 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. No sense. I mean, as Millie pointed out, like, Velynia's capable. I'm just patiently waiting for her to come back.
You got the wrong one there. The rest of you just waiting.
I think Icselo is posted up against the wall, looking like the way you brought my token in. Just making sure nothing's coming that way. Maybe fidgeting with my ghost arm. I don't know.
Probably. It is a brand new ghost arm.
It's kind of new.
Yeah, it's a weird
I've
new
actually
ghost arm.
been considering like, maybe can I cover this up? Like, can I put stuff over it to conceal it? Like, if I put a bag on it, does the bag go through the arm?
Interesting. I didn't even think about it till just now, but we might have to have Lunchbox make a very slight alteration to Icselo's art to have the ghost hand or ghost arm.
Indeed.
I should reword that to say we might have to request kindly, not
Gently
not
request
demand.
and pay.
I would gladly pay you on Tuesday
Of
for
course.
a ghost arm today.
Like, I feel like the town is going to be reluctant if I come back with a ghost arm.
You just need long gloves.
You know,
That's a good point.
there are some very fine clothery and haberdasheries in Sandpoint where you might be able to find such a thing. Or even have something custom made.
Yeah, get a custom thing.
Perhaps
Mhm.
even one of
Sign
those like
an,
full arm gauntlet things.
NDA.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you say have them sign an NDA?
Amazing. Amazing.
I know a lawyer.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, well, that's what I'm talking about right now.
I am happily looking at my books.
All right. Back to Velynia.
Okay.
The door
Mm-hmm.
to this chamber is unlocked. I'm just checking something. Yeah, the door to this chamber is unlocked, so you can open it. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As soon as you open the door, you hear the sound of 4 blades being drawn rapidly, and 2 tall, lithe, leather-clad, pale-skinned women immediately draw 2 wicked-looking blades, and they move into positions almost shoulder to shoulder as they stand, almost creating a literally creating a blockade between you and the cloaked woman at the far side of the room. This room is a roughly circular cavern with a smooth stone floor. There's a door to the northeast with some kind of a carving of a complex twisting rune. Hanging along the western side is a long curtain of moldy sheets and ratty hides between a couple of stone pillars. And then in that northern edge of your vision, you can just make out a large stone basin filled with some sort of strange dark liquid.
Ugh. Okay. Wild question. Do I recognize like their stance or like either one of these women? Like I know there's stock art and everything, but like does anything strike me as familiar about these people?
I would say make a recall knowledge. Not underworld. Society.
Okay. That's a 25.
What's your
Very
underworld
lucky.
bonus?
Underworld bonus was an 8. It would have also been a 25.
Okay. Either one of those is a success. I think what you notice, rather than the appearance of these 2 women, is their posture. and the quickness with which they reacted. This is the behavior and attitude of bodyguards. Now, as for the woman in the back, cloaked, she turns at you at your entrance, and she has this cloak pulled over her head that almost seems at the edges to almost like wisps of smoke and shadow.
Cool.
And she sees you standing there and seems confused for a moment.
Does she see me standing there? I think I'm still invisible.
Oh, that's right. You're invisible still. It literally says that above your token.
Thank you, Tamiko. This is very useful, actually.
So she says this, then she stands confused, and she calls out to Vrenzi and Drask in the other room. Tentoli element Kentalia no. Velynia. And they begin muttering very rapidly back to her and sort of pointing in your general area, each of them pointing slightly different. She nods her head and she says in common, "Please show yourself. Frenzy and Drask have told me there is somebody in our midst, a stranger."
I think, can I like quietly try to get in the room before I say anything?
You certainly can try. That's going to require a
Check?
It's going to require a stealth check.
Okay. 18. Can't like hear and I freaking stubbed my toe. Fuck!
Why is that?
It's always the pinky toe. You hooked it.
1 second here. Caller. There we go. So you had what, an 18, 19?
Yeah, 18 rather. Yeah.
18. So that would have been 21. And 20. The two bodyguards, as you attempt to move in, they reposition themselves with a synchronized movement that is also mirrored. The two arms that are closest to each other, their short blades cross at what would be your waist level. And their two outer arms, they extend, covering from themselves to the walls.
Okay, well.
And Nithis calls out to you and says, "I don't believe there is any reason for you to sneak to the unseen world. You have come here as an answer to our prayers."
Oh.
And she pulls back this shrouded hood, and she has a mask covering her face, and she pulls it down, and for just a moment she looks uncannily familiar. But then there's something slightly different in her posture. But man, the wild dark hair, the eyes, she looks so much like Lala. Sorry, that was not a pause for a dramatic pause.
Couldn't remember
For a
her
moment, I was going to call her No, Moo Moo. I'm like, none of these are right. What is her name?
Boo.
I literally just lost it. It was.
That's incredible.
She looks like Lala.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So, but I wouldn't. She never introduced herself to me, but it's that weird bitch.
No,
that
but
gave me the
she
scar on my cheek.
definitely, yeah, it looks like the weird bitch that gave you a scar on your cheek.
Yeah. Okay.
But not quite. Very similar.
My God. Tamiko. So how do can I just like boop myself uninvisible? How does this work this way? Okay, I'm like, you hear a sigh from the air, and it's like, fine, and you like a finger snap, and I'm visible again. And I'm just like, well, you can see me now. Can you tell the ladies here to relax? They're making me nervous.
She steps forward. She looks you up and down. Thren, Morda, Bendalia, Dediminiwan. And there's a moment's hesitation. One of them glances back at Nithis, and then with a flourish, they both sheath their swords, but they stay standing to either side with their hands on the hilts of their blades. Curious that a soul being could make it so far through these treacherous chambers of this pit. It is no wonder that you have been sent to us to answer our prayer.
Who are you praying to down here? And Velynia, by the way, is doing this thing where it's kind of an old trick. She's standing with her arms crossed, kind of trying to look unassuming and nonchalant, but her dominant hand is right close enough to her dagger on her belt that if worse came to worse, she could pull it out really, really quick.
She glances at you. You are right to always be ready, but you are not in danger from us. Our father would like to speak with you. I was told, should our prayers be answered, and somebody be sent from beyond here, that I would send you to Father, and he would instruct you further.
I swear I was just thinking that, Tamiko! Shut up! Incredible! Here's a wavelength, babes. We're both on it.
I was not expecting that.
Matching shirts, matching thoughts. Let's go. Mind meld.
Well done. Well done.
So, I literally say, well, I make it a habit to not meet anybody's father before knowing who they are.
Of course. She walks towards this door and she motions for you to follow. And she stops. She points at the door where you see this strange twisting rune. In this this rune is in our language, the Kalikni. It means remnant. Remnant Insrul He's the last living fragment of a once powerful Tamiko known as Husk. He was sent to this world thousands of years ago to cleanse it of a stain that resided somewhere here within this pit, even on this very level. He sent me and my people out to seek out this stain, because while he was sent to ensure that the stain was removed, it is too far below his station to do it himself. All we were able to learn was that this stain, this creature, resided trapped within a piece of fallen sky metal thousands and thousands of years ago. But between the goblins and later those cultists, we could never get close enough. And so Father told us to stay here and hold a vigil and to pray for a savior to come. Somebody who would be worthy to cleanse this place of the stains so that he might return home and take us with him.
Well, that all sounds very promising. I suppose I'd be willing to meet with him. You say that, he could perhaps give me the power to fell this creature?
She looks at you kind of confused.
To cleanse the stain, however you put it?
It is my understanding that if you are truly an answer to our prayer, you already have the power to rid this place of the stain.
Perhaps, counsel with your father then, at the very least.
Yes. Counsel. I would like you to make an impression.
Oh. Okay. Here I go. Oh, God. I'm gonna go one more. Sorry, team. Motherfucker. One more.
Hold on. What are you rolling?
I'm rolling make an impression.
No.
My diplomacy.
I know that. What is the result of your rolls?
Bad, bad, good.
Well, define bad, bad, good. I decide if they're bad or good.
Well, the first one was overall a 13.
Oh, that's bad.
The second one was a nat 1.
Oh, that's
I can
awful.
be fairly confident is bad.
That's awful.
And the next one was a 26.
Okay, so you rolled 2 rerolls.
Bad, good?
Bad, bad, good.
That sounds like
As-
bad,
As
good
initially,
to me. Yeah.
as initially pitched.
Okay. You never know what you're dealing with, so don't make assumptions.
You're right.
You
I
were-
shouldn't
you were
assume
right
a nat
in this
1
case.
is bad. Okay.
I try to, even though you're flush with them, I do not like you guys to waste domain dice.
Thank you. I appreciate
That's
that.
why
I'm sorry.
I
see.
want to double check.
I
So you
appreciate
got a 20,
Ultimately, I got a 26.
26.
Yes.
That is a regular success.
Hooray.
You appear as though the toxic crystals have taken a bit of a toll on you. You look pale. Unless that is normally your complexion, I do not wish to offend.
I normally have a healthy glow. Thank you very much. I look. It's like that scene in Bridesmaids where Kristen Wiig is trying to pretend like she feels good, but she's not. It's just like that.
In which case, Nithis will take a step back and will place a hand on the basin with the dark liquid and say, she'll indicate all around the rim of the basin, you see more of the strange Caligny runes. Prayers to our Father. When we are feeling ill, and when the crystals affect us, we drink from this basin and it heals us. You may drink at your leisure, emissary.
Velynia like keeps her eyes on this gal, but like does take like a couple like cupped hands of water. She just assumes that it's water. Like she thinks this is all a little woo woo. But water would be good right now. Hydrate or dehydrate.
It is water.
Thinks it might settle the stomach.
And you see the interior of this basin is pure dark. As you draw the water out, it's as if some shadow comes with. And you see shadow swirling in the water.
Okay.
That is cupped in your hands.
Okay. I'll just take a little sippy sip. Just a little something wet.
I need you to make a basic fortitude save, please.
14.
You will take 11 points of negative damage.
Oof. Feeling super pessimistic right now.
As you involuntarily shudder, and it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Because it causes you to involuntarily retch.
Great.
And you retch shadow, but shadow laced with green. So you are, as a side effect, you're freed of the sickened condition. But you do take 11 points of negative damage, and
all hail Husk.
Yeah. So
great.
Okay. At which point, Nithis looks shocked at you.
Oh God. Oh no.
And she gives just a glance to Thren and Morda, and you hear the unmistakable sound of 4 short swords just being thumbed out of their sheath. Just that, like, ready action of...
Oh, like that. Okay, yeah, no. Okay.
Like, you've just failed a test of some kind.
Oh, well, God.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
No. Oh, no. Uh-oh. That's not good.
All right.
That's bad.
When we come back from break, we'll see what everybody else is up to. By now, it's been close to 10 minutes to see what everybody else is going to do. But we'll find that out when we return from break in just a few minutes. And we're back. And we're back down in the Dead Ogre room with Millie, Lumi, Icselo, and Natalin. It's been just over 10 minutes. Millie, you know that what the limit of your invisibility spell was. Assuming Velynia kept it up the whole time, it's recently ended. You've not heard anything from down those tunnels since you heard the first whines and glows, and then just silence. Are you all continuing to wait, or would you like to do something?
Look to Millie.
I don't know if anybody else caught it. To me, it sounded like you just said tamale.
I looked to Millie.
Oh, I did not
that's what I
hear
heard.
all of that. I just heard tamale.
Tamale is cool too.
Tamale.
Like we can.
Icselo just pulls one
tamales.
out of his pocket. It's like tamale.
Well,
Should we go?
her invisibility spell would have worn off by now. Millie sighs. The sigh that only an exhausted mother could sigh. And says, "All right, she's probably gone and got herself in a pickle."
It,
I think it's what goes into the tunnel.
it's that parent's exasperation when you sent your kid in to the store and you're like, I just need you to go grab this, this, and this. And it is taking them entirely too long.
Amazing.
All right. Are you guys heading in after, or are you... What's the plan?
Icselo goes in.
Kaeryn, you're good. It's like forever and ever.
Perfect.
It's like it lasts the whole day.
Cool. I'll go in last because I've got the bright beacon on my forehead.
So
Perfect.
Ixelo's going to lead the way.
Lumi looks a little bit confused and a little bit hurt that now we're going in.
I'm assuming, Baron, by your low frame rate that you're struggling with Owlbear Rodeo.
Yeah,
So that's I've gone ahead and moved your token.
I'm 100% fine with that.
You same thing as you all start heading down, Icselo, you see the crystal growth pulsing lightly green, and the crystals that seem to be bursting forth from a long dead demonic creature. And as you approach the end of the tunnel, you notice the whoa, 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 whoa. And then it seems to change, and you can't help but notice the whoa, 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 matching your heartbeat. Will you continue on?
If I don't see Velynia, yes.
So you will need to make anybody passing through this chamber
That's gonna be all of us.
is going
at
to
some point.
need a fortitude saving throw. So if all of you are passing through, go ahead and give me your fort saves, drop them in the side, or call them out.
24.
14 for
33.
me.
At a 24, a 14, a 23.
And a
And
19.
33 for Icselo.
Oh, 33?
Correct.
So Icselo, that is a success. So you, Icselo, will take 8 points of poison damage. Everybody but Lumi failed, and we'll take 18 points of poison damage. Oh, sorry. Forget all that damage I just told you. I'm looking at the wrong block. All of you that failed, so basically everybody except Icselo, will receive sickened 1. Except Lumi, you critically failed. So you are sickened 3. Something about this room and the pulsing, and probably what's contributing to your nausea, is as each of you begins to cross into this room, it jumps. Some of the crystals start pulsing to Lumi's heart rate and Icselo's heart rate. At one point, its crystals are just slightly off, so you're getting this.
Oh gosh. Don't like that.
And it's an undulation of tones that is, it's making you sick. Do you stop, or do you try to just push through to that northern passage?
Moving quickly, glowing bad.
Moving quickly, glowing bad. And you find, as you pass through, you find the open door at the end. And as you come into this area, you immediately notice several. First of all of you but Lumi will have to duck unless you're under 4 feet tall. And you notice several diminutive humanoid creatures all staring through an open door. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
At one point, before we go too much further, if I see that Lumi's actually quite ill, like we're all feeling pretty ill except for, I think, Icselo. When Natalin sees that Lumi is actually quite ill, I would like to reach out and touch her and cast Sound Body and try to alleviate some of that sickness. Still don't know how it works. I'm trying to counteract, obviously, sickened. This is if I don't counteract the effect, but I would have if the counteract rank was too lower, then I suppress it for a turn. But it doesn't tell me what my target is to try and hit it, or if I do, or whatever.
Attempt to counteract, which is modifier, appropriate modifier to your check against the target's DC. Okay. So you'll make a spellcasting check. This is relevant skill modifier, so that would, in this case, would be you're using a spell.
Plus 11.
So yeah, use that to counteract this effect.
30.
That is a success. Alright, if you didn't counteract the effect, imposing one of the conditions: blinded, dazzled, deafened, enfeebled, or sickened. It's weird that it's a double layered check too. Permanent have any effect unless noted. I'm just gonna rule, because it's a regular success, I'm gonna say that Lumi is now sickened 2 instead of sickened 3. Because it was a regular success. If you had critically succeeded, you would counteract it more. And then I will look into this rule to try to understand it more. But Lumi, this does alleviate some of the sickness. And then Icselo and Millie in particular, you see these dirty, rag-covered humanoids skulking around in the northern part of this chamber. They have not taken notice of you yet. What would you like to do?
Still no sign of Velynia.
You don't see any sign of her. You could make a perception check.
sorry. 1 second. Not nearly as good as my last roll. We're looking at a dirty 20.
Good enough that you hear Velynia's voice coming from somewhere up ahead. As Velynia, what are you saying after you've drank this liquid that's caused you some, pain?
I think seeing their reaction, I think Velynia would just say, "Easy, everyone, easy. I was just ill from the stones out there. I think it's not this holy water, I'm sure." I think I would look to this formerly hooded woman and just sort of like trying to put her at ease kind of with my gaze.
She's giving you a bit of that Fry, not sure if look, and then she says,
I'm terribly sorry. This
it's
is apparently an
understood.
insult.
It is no insult, it's understood. We try to bypass the crystals through shadow if we can, but they still affect us as well. And if this is your first time encountering them, then I should not have had you drink our water. So, Icselo, you're hearing this, and Millie, you guys are hearing this conversation with Velynia talking to somebody up ahead. I would say for you, it probably is more of that. You can just hear that from distant. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but it's definitely Velynia's voice.
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't sound in distress.
She doesn't sound in distress.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I say that to Millie.
About 4 heads from the figures up ahead whip around in your direction. And immediately you see a crowd of these small folk pointing excitedly, some of them calling in that direction Velynia was coming from. And they begin motioning to you and your group excitedly. Kita! Kita!
I don't know what they're saying.
Toril the Crooked comes right up to you, Icselo. Penso itin, tell you what we take out of Keta. Keta.
Okay, little man. And I'll follow him.
He looks past you at the others. Keta. Keta.
Dude, incredible.
Does anybody, or do you guys follow them, or?
I do, yes.
They will lead you to where you can eventually see Velynia. Velynia, you hear the excited sounds coming from the other room. And in a moment, you see your friends appearing.
I turn and I kind of like, my eyes get wide and I'm like, hello?
Nithis looks at you, Velynia, and says, so you did not come through these passages by yourself.
I never really said I did.
But it explains how you were able to make it so far. Not alone, but with other emissaries. Come! Emissaries of Remnant in its role. Come! Keta! Father is waiting to speak to you.
Oh God. I look at her and I kind of look at Icselo and I just say, what does the father have to say to us, if you don't mind my asking? Do you have any idea?
The words that the Father has for you are Father's words only. Father is the remnant of the demigod husk. We, as devout followers of Father, have done as he bid to hold vigil here, praying for emissaries to come. You are those emissaries. You have come in answer to our prayers. Father will instruct you how to remove the stain, so that we might go home.
Kind of like look at Icselo, and I just like,
Oh, what? Remove stains?
we can remove the stain. It's OxyClean.
I have a little bit of experience in removing stains.
Oh my God.
You hear the snap of yellow rubber gloves.
Pulls out the freaking. Like, well, I think removing this particular stain is something we can all take interest in, me and my companions. Everyone? And I kind of like look hesitantly at the door, and I'm like, shall we?
I will take you to see Father.
I move into the room.
Yes.
Oh, you're caught on a wall. There we go.
Oh no.
Nithis will open the door into the adjoining chamber. And we'll say, Keta, follow.
Ah, that's what that means.
So
I can't get through the door. I'm too.
Hold on a second.
Huge.
Hold on. Step back
It's
from the
okay.
door.
Okay.
These doors are sized for whatchamacallit, for these people. I don't know why it won't let you through. All right, who's gonna go through the door? Is everybody gonna go
Me.
through the door?
before I go through the door, I want to know, like, I'm the only one that's got like this light on my head because everybody else can kind of see in the dark. Does that adversely affect any of these creatures, these peoples, when they come through?
Oh, you're
What's their
asking,
reaction?
does your light cause them any problems?
Yeah, or do they react in a negative way or any way? Because everybody else is not lit, but I have this bright light on my head.
Is it considered bright light or just
Well,
light?
it's the light spell, so whatever.
I'm
No,
looking it up.
no,
Hold on.
it wouldn't, bright light would be like sunlight or a spell that does something like that. I would say the reaction you get from them is probably the same reaction you get from somebody when you turn your bright LED flashlight in their face. They just kind of look away, but they don't seem to be like.
So if I constantly turn my head around like this, I'm gonna like make them really angry.
Yeah, you might piss them off.
Yeah.
I
so
actually have a clarifying question.
Yes.
Which might negate all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do the light before or after our break?
I don't remember when you cast light.
We did. Yeah, that's why I was asking how long it lasts. We did the light when we went, I believe, to the spiders. And if it wasn't going to last, I was going to ask if you could do it again, because otherwise I'm
Okay.
blind.
It doesn't last, and it's not a spell I actually have. It was a cantrip card,
Okay, cool.
so I can't
So-
cast it again.
We'll just do this then, Natalin. It's going to be the equivalent as you go into this shadowy next room. It's going to be that TV trope where as you walk in, your flashlight starts to go blink, 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 boom. So I know Velynia, you're going in. I'm gonna I'm gonna DM pass you
Get
through.
me out of there.
Icselo, you
Perfect.
going in?
Dear. Do you need a torch, dear, or a candle?
I have low light vision. It depends on how dark it is in here.
Oh, I
Which
was
I can't-
talking to
Oh,
Natalin.
Oh,
Millie, are you going in?
Yeah.
All right, once you guys are in, I'm gonna. Yeah, you can't even fit through there, Lumi. Quit moving.
the greased pig.
Okay. You can reposition yourself how you want. So this cavern, it tapers down to the southeast. Like the ceiling starts to get lower and lower and lower. And basically from this point forward, the only way to get any further back into this cavern would be to get down on your belly and crawl.
Oh god.
You see deep, shadowy darkness back in that area. All around this chamber, the floor, the ceiling, they glisten with sheets of shiny, moist-looking black mold.
Ooh, don't breathe.
Can you update the map on the overlay?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Yay!
I forgot I had been keeping it wide to keep both groups in view. Whoops. Nithis walks forward to about here and looks at all of you as if making sure you're all in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, I will summon Father. And she closes her eyes. And when she opens them, her eyes are rolled back in her head, and you see the whites.
Ooh, yikes. Uh-oh.
And you hear a voice that seems to come from everywhere in this room. But it also seems to be coming from somewhere deep within your mind. This tells me you have come as emissaries to cleanse the stain. And you see Velynia as immediately in front of your face is this skeletal looking creature. It's only the upper torso of a skeleton. Its entire head and eyes are wrapped in leather cloth with spikes of bone protruding all around it. Its lower torso dissipates into violet shadow. Remnants of some sort of cloak across its shoulders. It opens its mouth and you hear that voice in your mind again. I smell the stain upon you. have seen it.
Oh, yeah. I think Velynia was like ready to like glance back at her compatriots to see if they are all hearing this. But when this fucker appears right in her face, she doesn't. I think you've seen it, elicits kind of a glare, and she just says, "Do you mean the Sandpoint devil?"
I do not know these words. Sandpoint devil.
Big fucker. 7 feet tall, bat wings, horse hooves, can't miss him.
I do not rival myself with lesser gods and demons that are beneath me. That is your own trouble to cleanse. I speak of the ancient stain fallen from the stars eons ago.
Oh. And I do at that point kind of like glance over my shoulder looking for Lumi.
You look back into the room and you do see the others all kind of in the room. If you glance back,
yeah.
Remnant Innisrul is gone.
Oh shit. Oh god.
Millie, suddenly he appears right in front of you.
Oh Jesus.
You wear the scent faintly. You have not seen it, have you?
Describe what you're asking if I saw. We've seen a lot of stuff down here.
There's been just so much shit.
The stain is a creature whose presence gnaws as a corruption of the glory of shadow. I have waited thousands of years for somebody to be worthy to cleanse it from this place.
Well, we've seen a few different creatures. Of the ones that we haven't already cleansed, there was a very large one with a tail.
He does not respond to you with this. He disappears.
Oh god. Oh god.
He reappears right between Natalin and Icselo.
Huh.
Well, that's just bad manners.
You reek of the stain!
Oh god.
And he looks right into your eyes, Icselo.
Yeah, I figured he would look at me.
But it is not you. And very slowly he turns. And he looks at Natalin.
Oh.
Do you
So
remember?
I was going to say, Natalin, first of all, didn't do anything when he popped up in front of her because she didn't see him. But then when he yelled at Icselo, I think she went ah! and screamed. So, but now that she doesn't know that he's looking at her, she has no idea.
If you remember last session when you were all facing the sky metal stone and it cracked and Lumi and Natalin, you made saving throws.
Yeah.
You remember you had a success. The funny thing about possession is on a success, the possessor still possesses you. They just lie quietly and dormant. This creature is staring at you through shadow. You can't really see it. Until
Oof.
you see two skeletal hands suddenly flare with a violet light. And as he draws back his claw to strike at you, Natalin, we're going to end our session here.
Oh, God.
And we are going to start our next session with a roll for initiative.
Oh, no. We are fighting. We are fighting this half man.
I just glanced down and saw that it was we were hitting 10:30, and I'm like, nope, we're not starting to fight now.
That's perfect. That's a perfect way to.
No, and I had said last week that I was looking to run most sessions between 8:30 and 10:30, with some fights maybe running a little longer. I don't know how long this one would go, and I don't want to run after 11, so this is a great place to start our next session after we had a bit of another bit of a split party with one person going off all by themselves to follow their dream.
Really thought that would be a brief excursion, family. Sorry.
This, for some reason, this level in particular, to me, has felt very much like Baldur's Gate 3, where you're in an area and you just want to make sure you go explore every little corner of it.
Yes.
That's what this has felt like to me.
Also, I think that green thing might be the Umbral Stone, but I gotta go back and check it again. We'll see.
So, yeah, next week we will return with a roll for initiative. In the meantime,
Oh, man.
I will say thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to Schultzy too for the bits as usual. Buy one, spend three. That's how it works. I'm just kidding.
Did Jake just freeze?
Oh no! Hold on. Oh, okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
I thought
Finish.
I did freeze. I thought everything froze. I'm getting it. Oh, we've got storms moving into the area, I think.
Yeah.
We do.
I know
Hurry.
I saw lightning in your window. Oh,
Yes.
I got OBS disconnected. At least I had the courtesy to wait until and at least I had the courtesy to wait until the end of the game.
There we go.
The stream is frozen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
This
cooked.
stream has ended now.
It's cooked.
Well, you know what?
It's okay. I'm
What
telling
Well,
time
no,
it
we're
was?
back. We're back. I think.
We don't need to be back.
Well, no, but we are. It goes back live automatically.
Huh?
So anyway, sorry for that weird disruption. That's just the way it goes. We're done. The internet is telling us we're done. So with that, thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who joined us in chat. And if you are somebody that was watching quietly with us in the background, or maybe you're watching on VOD later, know that we appreciate you and hope you enjoy our games as much as we enjoy playing them. And a huge thank you, as always, to these incredible players. Thank you, Vi, Kaeryn, Tamiko, Cari, and Baron, without whom this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to go ahead and end this stream the same way we end every stream. And you can say it with me if you want. MTD.
Metadata.